Hello, everyone. So, before I go into the details about the 2v1 turf war match and what happened there, I did just want to give a little bit of, I guess, context regarding my family and our experience so far with Splatoon 3. So, me and my two kids, we've been playing Splatoon 2 separately, actually. It's a game that we all enjoy. So when Splatoon 3 was coming out, I was excited just because it was going to be a new and updated experience for all of us. When the pre-release Splatfest came out, the Paper Scissors Rock one, because it's essentially a live demo that you can play online, it was a great opportunity for me to be able to play matches with both my kids at the same time without having to worry about having multiple copies of the game. Something that limited us with Splatoon 2, just because there's no couch co-op. You either had to have a separate system and separate games, otherwise it just wasn't going to happen. So we had a lot of fun with the Splatfest. It was really nice being able to play together, and it's something that I want to do again. I do eventually want to pick up extra copies of the game so that we can all play together again. So we did that. And then when the regular Splatfest came out, the Gear, Grub, and Fun one, we had a good time with that. You know, we kind of we kind of made a day of it. We ordered some pizza. We took turns playing. So we had a good time with that as well. One of the things that I really like about this game is that normally when I play games with my kids, especially multiplayer games, a lot of times my youngest, my daughter, we kind of have to let her piggyback just because she isn't as much of a gamer as me and my son are. But with Splatoon, she really just takes charge. I don't have to look out for her or watch over her back. She does her own thing, and a lot of times I feel like she's better than I am. So it's just nice to be able to play on an even field with both my kids at the same time, and it's just a different experience overall. So that's always fun. So regarding the 2v1 turf war match that happened, it was actually my son who was playing it. It just started off like any other match. He was just playing. I was hanging out and watching him, waiting for my turn, I guess. About a minute into the match, he noticed that it was really easy to wipe out the other team. And I did point out, and I'm like, well, look, dude, everyone in his team is gone. Half of your team is gone too. Instead of 8 players total, they were down to 3. Him and one other guy versus a third guy by himself. After about a minute of that, it was obvious that their team was going to win. My son just kind of felt a little guilty about it. He said, oh, well, that's got to be not fun for him. He's just, there's no way he's going to win because we'll take him out as soon as he comes back out. And I said, well, why don't you try to call a truce? And he said, well, how am I going to do that? I can't talk in the game. And I said, well, I don't know, maybe you can signal him or something. And so he tries kind of, you'll see here that he kind of tries to stand on top of the platform there and not moving. I'm getting his attention that he's not shooting, he's not moving. And at first he doesn't notice, he just shoots him. And that's fine. But eventually gets the message that, hey, he's not shooting at me anymore. We don't know if this other person was another kid like my son, or maybe just another person that had a bad day, or you don't know what's going on the other side. So it would just kind of be nice just to kind of end it on some silly terms. So eventually the other guy got the idea, and they just kind of started bouncing around and flopping up and down. And I was just I guess I was just proud of my son, just because it was cool that he didn't really want to sour the other person's experience by just completely obliterating him, which is what I see sometimes happen. One team would just completely wipe out another team. And in past games, I've seen if they're doing bad enough, people will just disconnect. They'll just drop out, leaving that whoever decides to just stay and fight it out, feeling pretty crummy just because they're stuck now and they really can't do anything and just wait out the match into the end. So that's pretty much what happened. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking and then I'll just go ahead and let the match play out in full so you can kind of see it from start to finish. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you on the next one.